The stars were silent that night. A cold, empty darkness stretched across the galaxy, hiding dangers no one could see. In a small, well-guarded control room aboard the alien command ship, Commander Zorak stared at the holographic map in front of him. His eyes scanned the lines and symbols of the human sector, the little blue planet glowing like a fragile jewel in the black sea of space. "Are you sure?" asked Admiral Vex, his voice trembling slightly, though he tried to hide it behind a massive authority. "They are primitive. Their fleets are weak. Why would they resist us?" "They are weak," Zorak said slowly, his tentacles brushing the glass surface of the map. "But they are not stupid. We must not underestimate them. Our scouts report strange patterns. Signals we cannot understand. Something unusual. Outside the ship, thousands of alien vessels glided silently toward Earth. The alien fleet was enormous. Ships designed for war, with cannons that could tear through planetary defenses. The air inside the command room was tense. The officers had been trained to believe that humans were no threat. But now, something about the reports made even the bravest of them uneasy. Meanwhile, far below in the human sector, a different scene unfolded. The human fleet was small, almost laughably so compared to the alien armada. But what they lacked in size, they made up for in planning and intelligence. Captain Elias, leader of a human reconnaissance unit, walked among his officers, his eyes calm but sharp. "Status report," he said, his voice steady. Lieutenant Mira stepped forward. "All scout drones are in position, Captain. No alien movement detected yet, but energy readings are unusual near the outer asteroid belt. Sensors indicate the fleet is close, but they do not seem aware of our presence." Elias nodded. "Good. We wait. They will make the first mistake. And when they do, we strike." The humans worked quietly, almost invisibly, preparing traps and hidden defenses on nearby asteroids. Mines, stealth drones, and automated turrets were all connected to a central control hub. Every move they made was calculated, every action designed to confuse and surprise the aliens. Back on the alien command ship, Zorak frowned. "We cannot afford delays. They will see our fleet and surrender or die. There is no room for hesitation." "Commander," said Vex, lowering his voice, "our data shows unusual readings. They are not attacking. They are hiding." "Hiding?" Zorak's voice rose, sharp and cutting through the room. "Hiding is for the weak. They will not survive long. Launch the first wave. Full speed." As the aliens prepared for attack, the humans observed silently. Through long-range scanners, they watched alien ships approach, their shadows darkening the edge of the planet. Yet the humans did nothing. No weapons fired. No alarm sounded. Just calm, quiet observation. Hours passed. The alien fleet drew closer. Zorak's confidence remained unshaken. He believed humans would crumble the moment the first alien ship descended. But deep inside, he felt a nagging unease, a feeling that humans were not as helpless as they appeared. Then, at the edge of the asteroid belt, something unexpected happened. A small group of alien scouts entered a narrow corridor between two massive rocks. They had detected faint signals but thought nothing of it. Suddenly, their sensors went dark. The communication system fizzled, and one by one, the scouts were gone. "What is this?" one of the alien officers screamed. "They are disappearing. Our sensors cannot locate them." Zorak's tentacles tightened around the edge of his console. "Impossible. Humans cannot do this. It is beyond their technology." But it was happening. The humans had triggered a hidden trap, one designed to capture or destroy small ships without revealing the position of their main fleet. The aliens began to panic. Messages bounced between ships, confusion spreading like wildfire. On the human command ship, Captain Elias watched with a small smile. "Begin Phase 2, he ordered. Suddenly, small, fast drones appeared from behind asteroids, striking alien scouts with precision laser shots. Alien ships exploded, their alarms blaring through the empty darkness of space. Yet the humans remained invisible, moving in shadows, striking from places no one expected. Inside the alien command ship, Zorak could not believe what he saw. "Report," he shouted. "How are they doing this?" Vex trembled. They are everywhere and nowhere. How can this be? We have the numbers. They cannot fight us like this. They underestimated us, Elias said quietly, watching the chaos unfold on his screen. And that is their mistake. The alien fleet had no idea how many humans were hidden among the asteroids. Every strike was calculated. Every explosion a message of their power. Panic spread among alien ranks. Orders were ignored. Ships collided. Some tried to retreat. But the humans anticipated their every move. Hours turned into a tense night. The aliens regrouped, forming defensive lines, but each attempt was met with silent, deadly precision. Captain Elias moved like a chess master, predicting every alien maneuver before it happened. Zarak realized the truth too late. Humans were not weak. Humans were not primitive. They were dangerous and far smarter than the aliens had ever imagined. This changes everything, Zarak muttered. We cannot take them lightly. We must rethink our strategy. But it was too late. The first turning point had already begun. The aliens, once confident and arrogant, were now fighting for survival against an enemy they thought they could crush in moments. On the human side, a sense of calm determination filled the bridge. Elias knew the war had only just begun. They had shown their strength, but the real battle was still ahead. The humans had created a moment that no one in the galaxy would forget, a moment where the unexpected turning point changed everything. In the distant reaches of space, other alien races watched the unfolding battle. Reports of human cunning and precision began to spread. Whispers of fear traveled faster than the ships themselves. Humanity had made its mark, and the galaxy would start to understand that humans were not just another species. They were a force to be reckoned with, and somewhere, deep in the human fleet, Captain Elias looked at the stars. The galaxy was dangerous, full of threats that could destroy entire worlds. But for the first time, humans had proven that they could survive and fight back. The unexpected turning point had arrived, and from this moment, nothing would ever be the same. The stars above Earth remained silent for now, but soon the cries of the alien fleet would echo across the galaxy. Humanity had declared its presence, and the galaxy will remember this day forever. The calm of space was deceptive. Earth's blue ocean shimmered under distant stars, but the silence of the tension growing in orbit. The alien fleet loomed on the horizon, massive warships like black mountains floating among the stars. Commander Zarak paced the bridge of his flagship, his many eyes scanning the screens. Try and make sense of the reports. They are still quiet, Zarak muttered. No weapons fired. No defensive maneuvers. Nothing. Are we sure they're alive? Admiral Vex's voice trembled slightly. Yes, Commander. They are alive. Our long-range scanners show movement in their orbital stations, but the humans are holding position. It is unnatural. Zarak clenched his tentacles around the rail. Unnatural or cunning. Perhaps they are hiding something. Perhaps they are waiting for us to make the first mistake. Meanwhile, hidden behind a dense asteroid cluster, Captain Elias observed the alien approach. The human fleet was small and seemingly weak, but every ship was positioned carefully. Sensors, stealth drones, and hidden turrets were all active. Each unit was silent, invisible to alien scanners. Humans had learned from the mistakes of the past. They would not reveal their strength until the moment was right. Admiral, Elias said, pointing to the holographic display. They are coming faster than expected, but they do not know we are here. Hold positions. Wait for the signal. Lieutenant Mira nodded, her eyes scanning the instruments. All stealth units in place. Mines deployed along the asteroid belts. Drones are ready. No sign they have detected us yet. Hours passed. The alien fleet drew closer, their shadows stretching across the orbital path. Zarak's confidence remained outwardly strong, but doubt had begun to creep in. The humans were not reacting as he expected. In every previous conquest, primitive species panicked at the sight of the fleet, but humans were different, calm, observant. Prepare the first wave, Zarak ordered. Target their orbital stations. Flatten their defenses. They cannot survive our initial strike. On Earth, the human fleet held its position. Captain Elias remained silent, watching every movement. He knew the aliens expected fear. They expected panic. They expected humans to make mistakes. And humans would not disappoint them. The first contact began silently. Alien scouts entered the outer asteroid belt to map the human fleet. They were confident, arrogant even. Yet, one by one, the scouts began to vanish. Communication signals disappeared. Ships reported malfunctions. Confusion spread quickly through the alien ranks. "What is happening?" screamed one officer aboard a scout ship. "Our sensors are failing. We cannot locate anything." Zalrak's many eyes widened in shock. Impossible. The humans cannot do this. But they could. Humans had prepared traps hidden in the asteroid fields. Mines that could disable engines silently, drones that could attack and disappear, and electromagnetic pulses that scrambled alien communications. All of it carefully timed and executed. The aliens were caught completely off guard. Then, the humans made their first move. From the shadows, stealth drones emerged, striking the alien scouts with precise laser fire. Explosions lit the dark vacuum of space, but no human ship revealed itself. Alien officers panicked, shouting orders that came too late. Ships collided, engines failed, and one by one, the scouts were destroyed or disabled. Zalrak could feel the tension rising. "Report," he demanded. "How many ships have we lost?" Vex hesitated. "Too many, Commander. The humans, they are not weak. They are highly organized. We did not anticipate this." Elias watched calmly as chaos unfolded in the alien ranks. He had trained his fleet for years for this moment. Every trap, every hidden weapon, every calculation was designed to maximize alien confusion while minimizing human exposure. As the alien fleet attempted to regroup, humans struck again. This time, small torpedoes, guided by advanced AI, hit the main alien ships. Explosions rocked the command vessels. Shields flared and failed. Alien communications scrambled. Zalrak realized that humans were not just reacting. They were predicting, controlling, and countering every move. "They are everywhere," one alien officer cried. "We cannot hide. They are in places they should not be." "They are clever," Zalrak muttered, more to himself than anyone else. "Far cleverer than any species we have faced." Meanwhile, Captain Elias initiated Phase 2. The human fleet moved silently along hidden paths, flanking the alien ships. Smaller fighters darted around like shadows, striking weak points in alien armor. The humans did not aim to destroy the fleet outright. They aimed to disorient, confuse, and demoralize. The alien officers were in chaos. Some ships tried to retreat, but every escape route had been predicted and blocked by human stealth operations. Panic spread through the alien ranks. Ships fired wildly, striking each other accidentally. A few attempted to surrender, only to be destroyed by hidden mines. On Earth, the people below were unaware of the battle unfolding above. Satellites continued to orbit silently, monitoring the chaos, but showing nothing to civilians. Humanity's secret war had begun. Zalrak finally realized the truth. Humans were not just survivors, they were strategists. Every move humans made was calculated, every action part of a larger plan. The aliens had underestimated them completely. "Prepare for full assault," Zalrak shouted, but the confidence in his voice had faded. "We cannot let them. We must strike before they grow stronger." But Elias was ready. "Phase 3, he said quietly, and a new wave of drones and torpedoes moved like shadows, attacking alien command ships. The explosions were precise, surgical, and terrifying. Alien leaders were forced to watch helplessly as their fleet fell into chaos. Some ships tried to flee, only to encounter ambushes along the asteroid belts. Others were trapped in narrow channels, where human drones tore through their defenses. Zalrak realized the grim truth. The humans had turned the battlefield into their own design. Every element, every asteroid, every hidden path was a weapon. The unexpected turning point had arrived. The aliens, once confident and arrogant, were now scrambling for survival. Humanity's calm, silent patience had created an advantage no alien could have predicted. Captain Elias looked at the stars, calm but determined. The humans had shown their strength, but the war was far from over. The first contact had been made, and the humans had emerged victorious, for now. But the real challenge lay ahead. Convincing the galaxy that humans were no longer the weak species everyone thought they were. The alien fleet began to retreat, some ships destroyed, others crippled. Zalrak's eyes narrowed as he realized that humans were a force unlike any other. The galaxy had underestimated them, and that mistake would cost the aliens dearly in the future. In the hidden corridors of Earth's orbital stations, humans celebrated quietly. No loud cheers, no visible victories. Only silent pride and preparation for the next encounter. They knew this was only the beginning, but it was a start, a first step toward dominance in a galaxy that had long ignored them. The first contact was over. The humans had won. But more importantly, they had sent a message. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was not foolish. And humanity would not be defeated easily. And somewhere in the dark void of space, other alien species took notice. Whispers of human cunning and intelligence began to spread. Tales of their tactics, precision, and patience traveled faster than ships themselves. The galaxy was starting to understand that a new power had risen. A species that could not be ignored, and one that had just turned the tide of battle in its favor. Captain Elias gazed at the stars again. "We survived. We survived the first contact," he said quietly. "Now, the real war begins." The stars above Earth remained calm, almost serene. But beneath that calm, the galaxy had changed forever. Humans had declared their presence, and the echoes of that declaration would be felt across light years, shaking the confidence of species that thought themselves superior. The galaxy seemed calm at first glance, but the quiet was deceptive. Human ships, small but precise, moved like shadows among the asteroids surrounding their home planet. Captain Elias stood on the bridge of his flagship, his eyes scanning the holographic display, following every alien movement with careful attention. "They are regrouping," Lieutenant Mira said, her voice low but steady. "Some of their ships are damaged. Others are retreating to form defensive lines. They do not understand the battlefield." Elias nodded. "Good. They must learn quickly, or they will lose more. Begin the first strike." Hidden in the shadows, human drones began to move, faster than the alien sensors could detect. Small, fast, and deadly, they approached the alien vessel silently, mines detonated at strategic points, cutting off alien escape routes. The aliens scrambled, but every attempt to reorganize was anticipated by the humans. On the alien flagship, Commander Zalrak slammed his tentacles onto the console. "Why are they striking now? They should wait. We should wait. We are stronger. We have numbers." Admiral Vex looked uneasy. "Commander, they are not waiting. They are attacking with precision. Our scouts cannot even track them." "Impossible," Zalrak roared. "No primitive species can strike like this. They must be hiding somehow." Elias watched the alien fleet fall into chaos. The first strike was not meant to destroy. It was meant to teach a lesson. Humans had studied alien tactics for years. Every weakness, every predictable maneuver had been mapped and memorized. The alien arrogance would be their downfall. Target the command vessels, Elias ordered, but no full engagement yet. Let them feel the fear of uncertainty. The humans had learned that fear could be more powerful than weapons. A small group of drones swarmed around the alien command ships, striking engines and shields in rapid succession. Explosions lit the darkness of space, but the humans remained invisible, unseen, untouchable. Inside the alien flagship, panic was spreading. Ships collided. Officers shouted orders that could not be executed. Zalrak's confidence was breaking. He realized that humans were not acting randomly. They were controlling the battlefield. "They are everywhere," Vex whispered, unable to hide the fear in his voice. "How can they be everywhere at once?" "They are not everywhere," Zalrak growled. "They are smart. Too smart. They are planning, anticipating, predicting our every move." Meanwhile, on Earth's orbital perimeter, humans move with silent precision. Torpedoes guided by AI hit weak points in alien armor. Small strike teams disabled alien weapon systems. Every hit was calculated, every explosion strategic. Not a single human ship revealed itself fully, and the aliens could do nothing to stop them. "Phase 2, Elias said, his voice calm. engage the flankers, cut off their reinforcements. Fast, hidden ships darted through asteroid corridors, striking alien vessels from behind. Alien pilots tried to respond, but humans anticipated their every move. Shields flared and failed. Engines exploded. Panic spread to the alien ranks like wildfire. Zalrak's multiple eyes narrowed. This cannot be happening. We have the numbers. They cannot win. They can win, Vex muttered, trembling. If they continue like this, they might destroy us all. But the humans were not trying to destroy the fleet completely. Yet, the first strike was a demonstration, a warning. They had shown their strength without revealing the full power of their weapons. They had to make the aliens realize that humans were not weak before they revealed their true potential. On the bridge, Elias leaned forward. Maintain pressure, but keep distance. Let them fear us. Let them hesitate. Fear will make them weak. As the alien fleet tried to regroup, humans executed one of their most daring maneuvers. Hidden drones approached the largest alien warship, a vessel massive enough to house thousands of soldiers. The drones fired precision shots at engines and weapons, disabling the ship without revealing the humans' location. Explosions lit the void, and alien ships scrambled to protect it. Yet every movement was anticipated by the humans. One by one, alien ships fell into traps set along the asteroid belt. Mines exploded in sequence, cutting off escape routes. Flanking maneuvers struck from angles the aliens never expected. Zalrak roared in frustration. Focus fire. Destroy the human fleet. I don't care the cost. They cannot escape. But they were already trapped in a web of human strategy. Every escape route, every reinforcement path, every predictable maneuver had been blocked. The aliens had underestimated humans, and now they were paying the price. Below, on Earth, civilians were unaware of the battle raging above. Satellites monitored the engagement, but nothing revealed the hidden strength of the human fleet. It was a war fought in shadows, a war fought with intelligence, patience, and precision. Elias watched as alien ships fell one by one. Hold your positions, he ordered. Do not overextend. Let them despair before we strike again. The first strike was more than physical. It was psychological. Alien crews were terrified by an enemy they could not see. Officers could not command effectively. Ships collided and were destroyed accidentally. Chaos reigned. Inside the alien flagship, Zalrak's face twisted in disbelief. How can a species like this exist? How can they fight with such intelligence? This is unnatural. They are humans, Vex said quietly. They're always underestimated, and they're always dangerous. The first strike had changed the battlefield. The aliens could no longer rely on their numbers or technology alone. The humans had introduced strategy, patience, and foresight. Every attack had been calculated, every movement anticipated. As the dust settled, the aliens tried to retreat, but the humans had already prepared their next moves. Mines, drones, and hidden weapons would continue to chip away at the alien fleet if they tried to escape. The first strike was a warning, a signal that humans were not the weak, primitive species the galaxy had assumed. Captain Elias looked at his crew. Well done. The first strike is over. But remember, this is only the beginning. The galaxy will know our name soon. And as the stars glimmered above, the alien fleet limped away, battered and shaken. Commander Zalrak knew that the humans had revealed their strength too early, and it would haunt the alien for years. The first strike was a turning point. Humans had shown cunning, patience, and deadly precision. The aliens had learned a painful lesson. Never underestimate humanity. But the war was far from over. The humans had won the first encounter, but more challenges awaited. Captain Elias and his fleet would have to continue their struggle against an enemy far stronger and more numerous than anything they had faced before. In the darkness of space, silence returned. But it was different now. It was filled with tension and anticipation, and the knowledge that the galaxy had changed. Humanity had made its first strike, and the echo of that attack would be felt across the stars for years to come. The first strike was over. The humans had shown the galaxy their potential. And somewhere in the distant reaches of space, whispers of fear began to spread. Humanity was no longer the species to be ignored. Humanity was a force to be reckoned with. The alien fleet was in disarray. Ships drifted aimlessly in the dark expanse of space. Their engines damaged, their shields weakened, and their crews panicked. Commander Zalrak's many eyes glimmered with fury and disbelief. The humans had done the impossible. They had turned a hopeless battle into a victory of strategy and precision. "They are stronger than we anticipated," muttered Admiral Vex, his voice barely audible over the alarms blaring through the flagship. "We underestimated them badly." Zalrak slammed his tentacles onto the console. "We cannot retreat. We cannot surrender. We must strike back, now. Target their command stations. Flatten them completely. Show them the power of our fleet." But even as the order left his mouth, Zalrak knew it might be too late. The humans were not just hiding. They were adapting, learning from every alien move. Captain Elias had already anticipated this reaction. In Earth's orbit, the human fleet shifted silently, repositioning among the asteroids. Hidden sensors detected every alien maneuver, every attempt to regroup. Humans had prepared multiple layers of traps. Mines, drones, and electromagnetic pulses created zones of deadly control, forcing the alien ships into predictable paths. "Phase 3 is ready," Elias said quietly to his officers. "We will make our move now." They are overconfident, and overconfidence is their weakness. Lieutenant Mira activated the stealth drones. "All units in position, Captain. The alien fleet cannot detect us yet." Elias nodded. "Good. Begin the turning strike. Let them realize the battle is no longer theirs to control." The humans move like shadows, invisible but precise. Small attack drones darted through narrow asteroid channels, striking alien shields and weapons. Explosions erupted in the void, but the humans remained hidden. Alien crews shouted orders, firing wildly, but each shot was anticipated. Each maneuver countered. Zalrak's tentacles trembled as he watched his ships fall into traps he had never imagined. How? How can they predict every move? This is impossible. "They are humans," Vex whispered again. "They always surprise, always adapt." The turning strike was not just an attack. It was a lesson in patience and intelligence. The humans used the environment to their advantage. Asteroids were converted into ambush points. Mines were activated remotely to cut off alien escape routes. Every movement of the aliens was met with calculated precision. Small human fighters darted between massive alien ships, striking weak points in armor and engines. Alien ships collided or fell into traps. Panic spread to the alien fleet like wildfire. Some tried to retreat, only to encounter more mines and drone attacks. Every route was predicted, every escape blocked. Zalrak's rage grew. "Focus fire. Destroy the human fleet. We cannot allow this." But the humans had anticipated even this. They were not trying to destroy the alien fleet completely yet. The goal was psychological dominance, showing that humans were not to be underestimated, that every move would be met with equal or greater force. Captain Elias watched calmly as alien commanders struggled to regain control. "They think they are superior," he said to his officers. "Let them believe it. Then we strike again." The turning point came when humans deployed their hidden electromagnetic pulses. These pulses disabled alien shields temporarily, causing mass confusion. Alien weapons went offline, engines sputtered, and communications failed. Some ships fired on their own allies by mistake. Chaos spread, and the humans moved in with surgical precision, targeting crippled vessels. Explosions lit the void, casting brief, brilliant flashes across the darkness. The alien fleet was faltering. For the first time, Commander Zalrak realized that humans were not just strong. They were unstoppable when they worked together. On the human side, quiet celebration filled the fleet. Not loud, not obvious, just pride and determination. They had gained the upper hand, but they knew the battle was far from over. The galaxy would not forgive weakness, and humanity would need to strike with wisdom, not just strength. Elias looked at the alien flagship through long-range sensors. "They are trying to regroup," he said, "but it is too late. Every move they make now is being predicted. Every decision guided by our strategy." The alien fleet's morale collapsed. Officers argued. Orders were ignored. Ships moved without coordination. Zalrak's arrogance had been shattered. He realized that the humans had created a new reality, a battlefield where the alien strength and numbers no longer guaranteed victory. They are controlling us, Zalrak admitted quietly, almost to himself. They are controlling the battle. Elias initiated the final phase of the turning strike. Hidden human torpedoes targeted alien engines, cutting off retreat. Stealth fighters disabled weapon systems. Mines detonated in sequence, trapping alien ships in deadly patterns. Every strike was deliberate, every action calculated. Some alien ships tried to escape, weaving through asteroid fields, but human drones were already in position, striking from unseen angles. Engines failed, shields collapsed, and ships were destroyed silently. The turning point was complete. The humans had taken the initiative, and the aliens were now reacting, struggling to survive. Zalrak's face twisted with anger and disbelief. How can a species so small, so insignificant, have this much control? They are humans, Vex said again, and we thought them weak. We thought them simple. But we were wrong, horribly wrong. The human fleet remained calm. Elias knew the battle was not over, but the turning point had been achieved. The aliens had been forced onto defensive. They had lost initiative, and humans now dictated the flow of the battle. In the distant reaches of space, other alien races began to notice. Signals of human strategy and strength traveled silently, whispers of caution and fear spreading across light years. Humanity was no longer a species to ignore. They were a power rising, unpredictable and intelligent. Captain Elias addressed his officers. We have made our point. The turning strike is successful. But the war continues. We must stay vigilant. The aliens will adapt, but so will we. And as the stars glimmered in the void above Earth, the galaxy seemed to hold its breath. The aliens had been humbled, their confidence shattered. Humanity had shown the first real proof of its cunning and strength. The turning point had arrived. The future of the war, and perhaps the galaxy itself, was being rewritten. The human fleet moved silently back to hidden positions, ready for the next phase. The alien fleet retreated, battered and confused. Commander Zalrak knew that the humans were not just opponents. They were a force that would shape the course of history. And in the quiet of space, Captain Elias looked at the stars. We control the battlefield now, he said. And the galaxy will soon learn humanity cannot be stopped. The turning point had arrived. The humans had seized the initiative. And the echoes of their strategy, precision, and cunning would resonate across the stars, changing the way the galaxy viewed its newest, most dangerous species. The alien fleet limped through the dark void of space, battered and disoriented. Their once confident formation was now fractured, many ships crippled or destroyed. Commander Zalrak sat in his command chair, multiple eyes darting across the battle reports. Disbelief and anger etched into his face. They have taken control of the battlefield, he growled. This cannot be. They are only humans. How can they? Admiral Vex lowered his gaze. We underestimated them. Commander, every assumption we made about their weakness was wrong. We are no longer in control. But the humans were not finished. Captain Elias had been waiting for this moment. The final phase of their strategy. The counterstrike that would decisively demonstrate humanity's strength. In hidden positions among the asteroid belts, human ships began to move. Silence was their ally. Shadows were their weapons. Every vessel followed precise coordinates, weaving through narrow paths only humans could navigate. Drones were already deployed, invisible and deadly, patrolling the alien escape routes. Phase 4, Elias said to his officers. It is time. Humanity strikes back. Lieutenant Myra's fingers danced across the controls. All attack drones in position. Torpedoes armed. Mines ready. The alien fleet will have nowhere to hide. Elias nodded. Engage! Suddenly, the dark void lit up with controlled explosions. Hidden drones struck alien command ships, disabling shields and engines. Torpedoes tore through armor and precise, calculated strikes. Alien ships tried to regroup, but every movement had been predicted, every escape route blocked. The aliens panicked. Zalrak shouted orders, but the chaos had spread too far. Communications were scrambled. Ships collided. Fighters were destroyed mid-flight. Alien leaders realized too late that humans were no longer just offending. They were dictating the battle. They are everywhere and nowhere, Vex whispered, horror in his voice. How can species do this? They are humans, Zarak growled. They are more than we imagined, far more dangerous than anyone thought. Elias watched the unfolding destruction with calm focus. The counterstrike was precise, surgical, and devastating. Humanity's strategy was clear. Destroy the alien fleet's ability to fight, while revealing just enough power to make the message unforgettable. Stealth fighters darted around alien vessels, striking weak points in engines, weapons, and shields. Mines detonated in carefully timed sequences, trapping large warships and preventing their escape. Every alien movement was anticipated, every reaction countered. The humans were not just strong, they were everywhere, controlling the flow of battle. On the alien flagship, Zarak's multiple eyes glimmered with desperation. We cannot fight like this. We must retreat. But where? Every path is blocked. Every move, they control everything. Even as he shouted, human drones had disabled the last functioning engines on several of his ships. Alien pilots tried to fire, tried to respond, but their weapon systems failed. Chaos reigned, and hope among the alien crews began to crumble. Phase 5, Elias said quietly, his voice calm. Finish the maneuver. Let them know humanity cannot be ignored. Hidden torpedoes struck the remaining alien command vessels. Explosions lit the darkness, brilliant flashes reflecting on distant asteroids. Ships trembled and burned. Some attempted escape, weaving through asteroid corridors, but human drones were waiting, striking from unseen angles. The aliens were defeated, not by sheer numbers, but by intelligent strategy and patience. Humanity had demonstrated a force no one expected. Zarak's face twisted in disbelief. Impossible! Humans should not be able to do this. They are dangerous. Vex finished for him, trembling. The most dangerous species we have ever encountered. On the human side, Captain Elias allowed himself a small smile. The fleet had performed perfectly. No unnecessary risks, no mistakes. The aliens had learned a painful lesson. Humanity was not weak, humanity was not primitive, and humanity would not be ignored. But the victory was more than tactical. It was symbolic. The first full demonstration of human power had sent a message across the galaxy. Any species considering underestimating humanity would think twice. Even as the last alien ships limped away, Zarak vowed revenge. He knew that humans had shown only a fraction of their true potential. He also knew that the galaxy would never see them the same way again. Meanwhile, on Earth, civilians continued their lives, unaware of the monumental battle fought above them. Satellites monitored the aftermath, recording nothing visible, keeping humanity's true strength secret for now. The war had been won, but humanity had more to teach the galaxy. Captain Elias turned to his officers. We have struck back. The first phase of the war is complete. But remember, this is only the beginning. The galaxy may try to retaliate. We must remain vigilant. We must continue to be unpredictable, strong, and clever. Lieutenant Mira nodded. The aliens have learned to fear us. Their morale is broken. The galaxy will think twice before challenging humanity again. Good, Elias said. Let them fear us. Let them respect us. And when the next challenge comes, we will be ready. The stars above her sparkled silently, almost serene. But the galaxy had changed forever. Whispers of human cunning, intelligence, and strategy spread from sector to sector. Other species had witnessed or intercepted reports of humanity's tactics. Fear and respect began to grow in equal measure. The alien fleet's retreat was a signal to the galaxy. Humanity was no longer a minor species. They were a force to be reckoned with, unpredictable and intelligent, capable of destroying fleets larger and more advanced than themselves. Zarak stared into the void, haunted by the humans' precision and cunning. They were not to be underestimated. Never again, he muttered. Captain Elias allowed himself a quiet thought as he gazed at the stars. Humanity had struck back. They had survived impossible odds. They had demonstrated that intelligence, patience, and strategy could overcome even the most powerful forces. The battle was won. The galaxy had witnessed humanity's first strike and counterstrike, but the war was far from over. Humans had sent a message, but the story was not complete. The galaxy would watch, anticipate, in fear. Humanity had made its mark, and somewhere deep in the black void, Zarak and his forces plotted their return. They knew humanity had changed the rules of war forever, but Captain Elias and the human fleet were ready. They had faced the unexpected and survived. They had fought the impossible and won. And they would continue to fight, adapt, and strike back, no matter the odds. The stars above Earth remained silent, but the galaxy had heard the message loud and clear. Humanity strikes back, and it cannot be stopped.